Welcome to Have I Got News for You? I'm David Tennant. In the news this week, cycling on the way to his allotment, Jeremy Corbyn regrets taking a shortcut through the local synagogue car park. As talks between Russia and North Korea continue, Kim Jong-un's translator finds new ways to kill time until the next meeting. And at the BBC studios in Salford, it looks like one of the contestants may be late for the final of Mastermind. On Ian's team tonight is a comedian who, because of the current political crisis, has got herself an Irish passport. Nothing wrong with that. The way things are going, in 2 years' time, I'll be able to get a Scottish one. Please welcome Zoe Lyons. And with Paul tonight is a Conservative MP whose second job, partly funded by the marketing company for a bond scheme that lost savers millions, has caused him to sue the BBC. And that's before we've even started the show. Please welcome, along with his legal team, Johnny Mercer MP.
This is great. It's a libel action and I haven't joined in yet.
So we start with the bigger stories of the week. Paul and Johnny, take a look at this.
OK, so, yes, President Trump is visiting this country in June. There he is, waving goodbye. And, yes, the big balloon that we had before, the blimp, is going to be even bigger. Going to be 5 times bigger or something like that. He's going to meet the Queen. She has to put up with a lot, really, doesn't she? There he is with his carer.
Yes, indeed. This is the invitation to President Trump for a state visit to Britain. It's very short notice. Why the rush?
I think it's because no one wanted him to come.
Right.
And I think the Queen was hoping that he would have forgotten.
And although it's a state visit, though, he can't stay in Buckingham Palace. Does anyone know why?
They're doing renovations, aren't they? It was very handily timed.
That handy?
Isn't it? With lovely stuff. The spare room is being repainted. So instead they're staying in a Travelodge near Acton.
Yes, according to the palace, renovations are being carried out to the East Wing, which only leaves 873 spare bedrooms, so... Sorry, Dawn. How has Donald Trump described the Queen in the past?
Perfect. She's never made a mistake.
Well, let's have a look at how he describes her.
She is an incredible woman. She is so sharp. She is so beautiful. When I say beautiful, inside and out, that is a beautiful woman.
I hope Prince Philip's still got his car.
What's been the reaction to Trump's invitation?
A lot of people are angry about it and they don't want him to come.
We have had some worse people over, haven't we? I mean, we made a huge song and dance for the Chinese and they came along in the gold coach and all the protesters were moved to one side in case they mentioned human rights or anything. So, I mean, we've got a lot of practice. We can do it again.
That's the spirit.
Well, there has been uproar from the opposition, and apart from John Bercow, there's been some Labour MPs complaining as well as the Scottish Nationalists and the Greens, and according to The Guardian, they've demanded that the invitation be withdrawn, and MPs are preparing a petition. But they can't agree on the wording, so they're going to hold a series of indicative votes. And what kind of hardware will the Americans be bringing over to protect President Trump?
He always brings his own car, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he's big armoured...
The Beast.
Trumpmobile.
The Beast. He's actually bringing 2 beasts.
Two
beasts? Yes. Heavily armoured limousines. According to the Mail on Sunday, one is used as a decoy to confuse attackers. If any attackers are watching, the decoy's on the left. Anyone know any of the other features of the Beast?
Cup holder? I mean, it's got to have at least one, hasn't it?
White, clean seats.
Oh, you make that noise, but if it didn't have it, you'd soon notice.
Yeah.
Well, according to the Mail, it's accident-proof and can keep... It can keep moving even if the tyres have been destroyed. So it's so safe they might even let Prince Philip have one last drive. Who's going to know exactly what Trump's plans are and even what he's thinking?
Is it Huawei?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it may well be China, because they and the Russians have hacked into his mobile phone, apparently. But he does love the Chinese, or Donald, and they love him, apparently. Let's have a look.
If you look at Mr. Pillsbury, the leading authority on China, he was on a good show, I won't mention the name of the show, recently, and he was saying that China has total respect for Donald Trump and for Donald Trump's very, very large brain.
Brilliant. Right.
The Chinese have enthusiastically embraced digital technology as well as spying. So how is Theresa May planning to really crack down on their attempts at espionage?
She's going to let them build part of our new 5G technology mobile systems.
Yes.
Because she's decided they can be trusted.
Because obviously Theresa May's decided to ignore the advice of experts and press on regardless, because that's always worked for her in the past. But what is the worry about Huawei?
But you're a security expert. You sit on committees. Yeah, Paul.
I'm not at liberty to discuss my other roles.
Sorry, I'll take that back. Johnny,
Yeah.
you were in the army.
Yeah.
You sit on that committee. Is this a good idea?
No, I mean, it doesn't sound great, but the people who know this stuff seem to think it's all right, but, you know...
You don't sound totally lukewarm, even.
My political vim and vigour is on its last legs, I think. Much like the government.
The rest of the world. You know how we feel.
So back to Donald Trump. Who will not be meeting him? Probably ever.
Winston Churchill.
Who's in the news this week is particularly disgruntled with what Donald's doing to the world?
Greta Thunberg, the Swedish...
Greta Thunberg.
Activist,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yes. The climate change activist and founder of the school strike movement. There she is. Or as the Mail described her, the pig-tailed wunderkind. She said she will not meet him. There's no point because he's not interested in science. The effects of climate change carry on regardless. Do you want to see footage of an unfortunate Australian politician talking about the devastation to fish down under? Have a look at this.
In Australia, dead fish, a massive stink. Oh, sorry, I've got to stop.
Effectively, it runs into the billions of fish. At the moment, numbers are saying hundreds of thousands to millions. This river system will run about another 150 kilometres. So if you have these type of kills up and down, you'll be talking of billions of fish. Billions of fish being destroyed by this government. Any last words, Dick?
I feel sorry for Germany, I'll tell you.
No.
Poor bastard.